Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Oh yeah, just humble me. I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. So happy to be walking, happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Walking, yes indeed, I'm walking. Oh yeah, just humble me. I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. So happy to be walking, happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Walking, yes indeed, I'm walking. Oh yeah, just humble me. I'm walking.
Great, why is it? I gotta get my water.
I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking.
Get your chair.
So happy.
Get your mat. I gotta turn it on the treadmill. I'm checking the cameras and the lights.
Thank you for the company.
Thanks for coming on the walk. I appreciate y'all coming on the walk. I can't even tell you how encouraging y'all are for me. Totally encouraging. Don't watch me. You're not supposed to be able to see me do this. Okay. Here we go.
I'm walking. So happy to be walking.
Great Raw isn't. I saw Raw.
Power on. Bluetooth mode.
Come up this morning. I saw Raw come up this morning. And it's still out. And Great Raw isn't. I saw Raw rise. Yes, that's what I call it. I call that ball of flaming energy in the sky that helps us grow crops and warms us. And it's strange, but the white people even got the enemy with the sun. Ain't Bill Gates want to put something up in the sky to block out the sun? And didn't, in addition to spray cans, when they did that carbon thing, blew up that whole factory in India, and released so much stuff into the atmosphere, that was the first break in the ozone layer. Hey, thanks for coming on the walk. Great rise. I can't see who you are. I'll see you on the break. Thanks for coming along. Remember that? Union Carbide or something? A big thing. Hundreds of thousands of people in, of course I know to name some Spanish, some Indian areas, Budapest, so I know that one, and like that. And they blew a whole ozone layer. Again, they don't take any responsibility for that. So now, there is too much sun. It's too much sun. So now Bill Gates, the mad scientist, wants to put something in place so he can control the sun. So he, keep telling y'all, that's why these cults are out of control. It make these white people really think they God. Y'all gotta stop. He wants to control the sun. He wants to say who crops grow and who crops won't grow. He has no idea how this can affect the whole thing, but he don't care. He's a mad scientist, and you gave him the license of God. He has Microsoft. They were the privileged ones. They were the privileged ones. So, there you go. They're going to go after the sun. But there's so many more of us, and we don't do anything. Trust me, if he could block off the sun, he would make sure the Europeans, countries and shit, got theirs. Even though it melted all the ice caps and melted all the freezing things, because that's what it is in the freezing. The majority of them. Freeze them out. Put the sun over there. And make sure none of the African countries who appreciate the sun and appreciate earth and appreciate nature, he'll make sure that all dries up because he's God. He made him God. He allowed him to become God. And this cult society we live in, it's not freedom of religion. That's bullshit. It's called freedom of cults. For cults to survive and manipulate the people. When I was young, the old philosophers, they used to call African American activists, they used to talk about that. About religion being there just to control the masses. Just to control the masses. Sorry, y'all. Hammer issues again. I'm getting too much on one end and then really not enough on the other. Okay. It's going to have to be what it is. Yeah. Controlling the masses, making you dumb, doing this and that. That's what they used to say, and I couldn't see it. Because I had been, by I came to my teens, I was already in that Southern Baptist cult. So, then I'm an adult, I'm raised with it, and I hear it again. But they're not calling it cults. They're not calling it what they're calling it churches. They're calling it religion. You're not calling it what it is. If you call it what it is cult, then yes, it's there to manipulate the people. It's for one guy, one man, sometimes women, these women preachers, they're around, they learn to hustle too, okay? It's a hustle. And when I was a child, sitting down in that corner, I used to hear the adults say all the time, these are the people who left Virginia and the South to get away from it. They always spoke bad about it. And how it was suppressing people. And they were mad because they had awakened to the point that they was giving the people that was discriminating against them, that put up the black and white bathroom signs. You were going to their church, the Baptist church, which is part of a big thing. You pay into it. It's another pyramid scheme. You pay into it. If you're the Baptist church, you have in your state a state Baptist church. And all your money from all the cults around, you got to pay your dues in order to keep that going. That's when you get the bishop and this and that to come down and look at you because you was giving them money. And they use that money to put black and white bathroom signs up on you. So my mother in that generation, they knew it. They did the Civil War, Civil Rights March. They knew what it was. They wasn't so happy that Dr. Martin Luther King was leading it because, again, it's another cult. He was leading, but it was another. And they did it because they just wanted to stop the killing, the lynching, and everything. That was sanctioned by the cults. If you are African American and you are any of these Methodist cults, Baptist cult, Apostolic Faith cult, Lutheran cult, Mormon cult, Seventh-day Adventist cult, I did the same thing. They use different names to psych you out. Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints, Mormons. You see how see the game? The games the cults play? Who else of them is? Catholic cults. I know Islamic cults. They're all cults. Stop calling religion. They're all cults. And you pay into it. And we need to wake up. Because I posted about the case in South Carolina. From my life experience, because I do speak from my life experience, this is conversational, we exercise it. But from my life experience, they always start off with us. And say if they start off stealing from us. And if they get away with it, then they'll go outside and they'll get bigger and they'll get bolder. But it's so easy for them to do stuff for us. Like I'm down here in the basement. We had to call the men's in to do the basement. To basement-proof the basement. Then we had to call a contractor in to get the basement ready to be basemented. And all the plugs on this side where I'm walking used to work. And I get over here and I said to my daughter, what is going on? I went to turn on the light and it's not. What's going on? Ain't nobody did it. Luis didn't do it. The contractor, he didn't do it. The basementy people, they ain't did it. But you see, the way I'm thinking, I know they came to that black woman's house and I knew something was going to not be right. Luis, he fixed upstairs. He fixed the plumbing. The lights in the kitchen. Damn near hanging. They weren't like that before he did it. What you gonna do? Take him to court? What we gonna do? So, they know when they see us, especially a woman, black woman, mature black woman, they know. So now they want us to call one of them back. Either pay a basement extra money to come and fix it, or pay Luis extra money. But it was cut for a reason. It was cut for the hustle. And there's nothing we can do. And here's the real shit. We can call somebody else, come back and fix it, but when he put the electricity on that side, he'll knock out the fucking other electricity that we have. Because we're easy prey. Because we'll have to call somebody else back. And then when we call that other person back, they'll take care of the electricity on that side, and then the one on this side will go again. And then we'll have to call somebody back. And then they say, black people just destroy a house when they get it. They don't try to fix nothing in the house. They don't realize, yes, we do. But we're women and we got to use contractors. And contractors know a mark when they see it. Whether it's corporate or whether it's a little contract on the side. It's again from the cults. They don't think we should be out here living like this. Living in a house. owning the house, paying them to do shit for us. Who do we think we are? We need a man. And they're going to show us we need a man. They're going to fuck up. I've seen it too many times in my life. They want me to have a man. They want my daughter to have a man. And if you don't have one, they're going to come there and fuck up your shit. The car, Firestone, several months, $3,000. Still can't get the check engine light off. Because we ain't got no man. So they just kept adding on, adding on. They broke the air conditioning, paid us to fix it. Broke the window, broke the door. The whole way through. And they were just supposed to turn off the check engine light. See what's wrong, see what's kept up. $3,000 later. It's always happening. I don't got old receipts. But then I was like, I don't even want no car. So now it's at Hyundai. Whoo, child. We ain't got no man. There's got a man prices and ain't got no man prices. There's got a man fix your car and ain't got no man fix your car. If you have a man, prices means you have a man and he'll look at this and say, this is bullshit. I'm going to have to go down there and grab somebody by the neck. So his price is always going to be right. But when they see you don't have no man, then your prices are different. And how they make it different, they just start breaking shit. It can start off, all breaks are $1,000. For a man. You got a man. If you ain't got no man, all breaks are $1,000. Then to fix your light that we broke, that's going to be another couple $100. Then we accidentally did something underneath. So then you come out from that muffler situation owing thousands of dollars. So, I can't even tell you. So, it's hot. And I gotta be careful. I gotta order some more extension cords from Amazon. Because now I gotta run extension cords from that side where they didn't, because they couldn't take out that side because they needed that side for their tools. So that side was fine because they needed that side for their tools. They didn't need this side for their tools. This side is the studio. So this side is all wiped out. And I ain't never did nothing to them people. We paid our bill in time and in full. Never did nothing to them. But the code taught them that we have to pay the price, the no man price. The no man price. I look at the Upshaws. I had to look at it a second time because I really love Kim Fields, but I had to look at it again because the character she plays, I've seen it so many times. I've seen it so many times. She got a man. He got a car. He got a mechanic shop. But she got a man. And she ain't paying, she is paying man prices. Wherever she goes, whatever she does, she got this man and she literally takes care of. The sister got the garage that the husband work in and the stable job that has all the insurance and everything that carries is her. She takes care of him and he runs around doing fuck shit. But it's okay because she can get man prices when she goes places. And she does things. And there's a lot of women out here who know it. And they take care of that man. They don't gotta work. It don't matter. They can work a lot or work little, hardly ever see him. It don't matter. As long as she can get him pop in when that contractor come over, or get him to go show his face at that garage, she get man prices. We don't get no man prices. We get lady prices. Lady prices is, it starts out being the same as the man price, but then there's a slip, wires cut, something's broken, something puts out the way. What you gonna do? We'd have to go down there with a gun. I mean, if it was a car, you'd have to go down there with a gun. So, I try to think positive, but I know how people is. And I do my mantra, where I'm a miracle magnet. But I know men and I know cults, and then they were raised and then they said, oh, I'm in so-and-so cult. I was in so-and-so. I know. I know. So, when it warms up, we got to call electrician in. And we'll start off with man prices, but he's going to do the 3 floors. So on those 3 floors, you got to put a woman price in there. It's in the company form. You got to knock out something. Something got to break. Something got to take him way longer than it would, because I don't have a man here saying, man, you know you sitting here playing with your dick. But I don't know that. So I can't say that to him. He give me lady prices. He sit there and play with his dick and cut all the wires. And I don't know until he's gone, because he'll show me the spots. I have to be tedious to go around, and literally, we got to go through the whole house and check every plug, every switch. We got to overload while he's here. Plug in everything and run everything while he's here. Take light bulbs out. Put them back in and hope they still come on. That's what we have to do when we call the electrician in. Because we know we're going to get lady prices. Hey y'all, at 20 minutes almost up. I tell you. Oh, girl. I'm pretty up, lady, I tell you. Sometimes. And I used to give big to those cults, honey. I was raised in it. But thank goodness my daughter didn't give too much. So this screw that we're getting, she ain't paid for it. Her nickel ain't in that dime. And these young generations and these millennials, they ain't putting their money in them cults to turn around and screw them.
Thank you for the company.
Oh, y'all know it's 20 minutes, we take a break, right? Who?
Okay. Yes,
Hey, Normie! Ha ha! Normie! Thanks for coming on the walk! Ha ha ha! How you doing, girl? Ha ha ha! Y'all, I got to go through, y'all know what I do. I drink water way before I get there.
Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Okay. Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Just humble me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. company. Walking, yes indeed, I'm walking, I'm walking.
It ain't so easy.
Yes, I'm walking, I'm walking.
It ain't so easy to pull your pants up when you got sweat pouring all off you. Whew. Oh, do y'all see it coming down? But I drank a quart before I came down here. Drinking this quart after file, chat and gulp. Gulp and chat. And look how I'm sweating. I done sweated the quart out already. The quart of water that I had before I got here. Let me tell you, I was just thinking about Normie. When I think about wonderful people in my life, which are many, I have way many more wonderful people I've met in my life than not. I want to put that out there right now. The majority of the people I've met in my life have been fantastic, phenomenal, awesome, strong, through the fire. And let me tell you something. That's how I met Norma Brown. Oh my goodness. I was mentoring this little boy, you remember Junior, right, Norma, who is doing pretty good up in Poughkeepsie. He even registered to Westchester Community College. And that's been a while ago. And I haven't heard anything since then. But that's how I met the wonderful Norma Brown. A great person. I was trying to get Junior, who I was mentoring, into a summer program. Working with his dad, we had missed all the deadlines for all the summer camps in Mount Vernon. But I was still looking. And when I was picking Junior up from school, someone said, Alan is doing a summer camp. And I was like, okay, fine. So I called, got a little information, wouldn't be, and I would go there and it wouldn't be open. I would go and no one would be there. And then I went back and it was there. And it was open. And I met Norma Brown. She ran that thing. The space was in the church, but she ran that summer camp. Oh, God. I get chills when I think about it. She just moved in. She just did it. She just did it. She did it. She got the free lunches for all the kids. Oh, almost for the community. It was so much. She stayed up on everything. We took trips. We had barbecue. Oh. And it was all on her. The weight was on her. It was in the church. I don't know whether she paid the church. I was church affiliated. I didn't know that I didn't know those particulars. But she did it. She ran it and she fought and did anything to make sure those kids had a wonderful summer. A wonderful summer. And we did. Because yes, I did volunteer. And afterwards, I started calling her my Normie. She loved kids. I'm telling you. Love. Whew. I get excited thinking about it. You had to see it in action. I saw her in action. I saw her in action. I saw her make shit happen. Now she probably said, oh no, Vicki, it was the Lord. I didn't see the Lord there when I went. She probably did, but I didn't. I saw her. I saw her make sure those kids that wouldn't have no lunch if it wasn't for Norma being there. Getting it for the kids. And it was awesome. It really was. And since, and of course, you know, she's a licensed nurse, clinical nurse. She has taught in schools, nursing schools, everything wonderfulness. And she's still here with me. And that's what makes it all the more wonderful. Yes, I've known many. If you went through my friends list, I think you may find one. And I don't think that. Because if they're not great, they're awesome. And if they're not awesome, they're wonderful. And if they're not wonderful, they're loving. And, you know, caring. They don't all have the same traits except the fact that the big one is being a human. Just loving other humans. Especially the little humans. Man, Norma rocked that summer. And she was a one woman band. I mean, to the reports and everything. Everything. Wasn't a summer. Them kids came in that they didn't have breakfast and lunch. They may not have had it at home, but they had it there. And she was tireless. So, hey, you know what I mean? Yes. Honey wasn't nobody more upset than me that I had to leave Mount Vernon. And literally, I thought I was coming to my forever home. Remember, we was going to be the artists. We was going to clean up the bad side of the town. We was going in as artist regentification. We were going to regentify. Is that the right word? Regentify the south side of Mount Vernon. With arts, music, and talent, and all that good stuff. All we found was a lion mare that took every idea we put to him and made it his own. A lion mare that when Bill Howard introduced an organization out of Westchester, West Half, I don't know if it's still around or not. Bill went and found them. Thanks for the love. And he took it. Then there's this artist named Cromwell. He was the first, because there was no hip-hop museum nowhere. He was the first. He went to Mayor Davis and he said, I've been sitting in jail for a while. So what? He had plenty of time to think. And he wrote out this whole thing for the hip-hop museum. How it should be done. And he took it to the mayor. And the mayor said, told him it was wonderful out there. We're going to get right on it. And the next thing you know was his election campaign to run. And guess what he ran on? Mount Vernon be the first. With a hip-hop museum. And I think a hotel over the train station, because he's an architect. And then how it was going to be with the hip-hop museum was going to be on the ground floor. These are different election things. See, they were never to be. They were just things to get him through the election. And I remember I was working at the library, and someone came over to me with an article from a magazine out of California for Californians. And on there was a picture of the mayor of Mount Vernon at that time saying that Mount Vernon would be the first city to have a hip-hop museum. Nobody else was talking about no hip-hop museum or nothing like that. But again, it was election time. And then, they kind of made, I know it pissed me off, But it pissed off a lot of artists because you started. I sent him a letter on my letterhead from Africans in America theme park where my girlfriend Donna had put something like building on our past for our future. Next thing I know, because I'm with the Mount Vernon Task Force, I'm seeing stuff coming out of City Hall. Building on our past for our future, or whatever, I just can't remember the exact words. And I looked and I was like, when did that get there? And I was like, even that? Even that? You stole the Hip Hop Museum. We got West Half to help artists get housing and stuff so we can do programming in the community. It was all laid out in a big old business plan and everything by Bill Howard. The Hip Hop Museum. Oh yeah, and Arts on Third. That was Bill Howard. See, in Bill's business plan proposal for the artist lofts and what we would do when we would get free, we wouldn't get free rent, we would get cheap rent to live in these lofts. And we would be artists. And say if I was a dancer, to keep my rent low, I would have to teach maybe 5-10 hours of dance for kids from the community. If someone was a painter, they would have to do painting, drawing, stuff like that. We had some that made jewelry. So, hey, that guy here, thanks for coming on the walk. And they would have to teach the kids jewelry and stuff like that. So, how would we get money for all that? Once a year, there would be a festival called Arts on Third. And the kids would dance. If, the artist was teaching the dancing, she would put up a whole thing for them to do the show, Arts on Third. If the artist was a singer, and she had students, then the students would be singing at the Arts on Third Festival. Like I said, if you made jewelry, you would be selling it. Hey, is that Hazel? There she would be selling it at the Arts on Third Street Festival. And whatever the kids was doing. I'm a writer, I did plays and stuff like that. So I would be working with the drama actress who taught acting and stuff like that. And my side would do the writing of the plays, just short little vignettes, 5-10 minute plays for them to do. And then we would do that on Arts on Third. The painters would sell their paint. We had sculptures in the group who would teach sculpting. They'll sell their stuff, Arts on Third, etc., etc., etc. And the mayor took it. He started a Arts on Third Street Festival and never mentioned anything about Bill Howard, never mentioned anything about the artists. The first year he got rappers to come there. I don't know, some big name. I don't know if it was Heavy D, but he got some real big name rappers to come through. And Bill Howard's name was never mentioned. The whole program, how it was supposed to go, with the whole arts and the history behind Arts on 3rd Street. Nope. Never bothered. Never bothered. Not him. So, I never thought I'd leave Mount Vernon. I mean, I had my friends like Normie, and that other. I had Bert Littlejohn, awesome woman. Oh. I mean, she a woman, beautiful woman, smart as hell woman, balls to the wall type woman. Then I had another great woman and her husband, Kathy Brewington, and her, oh man, that whole Brewington family, dynamite. Dynamite. Kathy was out there. She wanted to get the clinics in the schools to help the kids. That was her passion when we were together. And she ran for school board because I helped her. And I sure wish she'd made it. I sure wish she'd made it. But that's when I found out a lot of behind the scenes, how you get different lists and stuff like that. And who's the active voter and who's just registered and don't do nothing. Because you want to hit the active voters because they go not to vote. I've always, anywhere I live, I've always been on the active voter list. I am not going to disgrace my mother, who was so happy when we got the vote. She got all dressed up. And my grandmother, who begrudgingly, because she was under the coast, but she was happy. And Miss Goodman, so many wonderful people. So many. And I thought I would be there forever. Remember we was going to do the whole arts thing. But what I found was just a horribly corrupt system. With a mayor, allegedly, had the ankle bracelet. I saw with my own 2 eyes on the news, feds running in and out of City Hall. Okay? But I want to tell you, I wanted to stay right there. I was fighting too. Yep, when they used to block off the sidewalk, I knew who to call to get state police to come and stand in the corner and open up the sidewalk back so the people can walk through. I know when you get a little crazy with the shooting and you can't tell police from gang member. I know who to call, who did sort it out and did the difference. Because we was old. But we understood that kind of fight. We were all African American. We were women. We were living in that community. And every day, we woke up to make things better. An example of being better. An example of being better. And it was wonderful. And I could be there with them right now. If I was walking, all I would have to do is call them up. Say, I'm on, I'm coming on. So many good. They moved out. But she owns a school there. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. Oh! I know the husband, Charles Stern. Deborah Sternstein, I can't remember. I can't remember how his last name is Sternstein. Yes, she fought for the kids. She has a magnet school there in Mount Vernon now, or a charter school. They moved out of Mount Vernon. I think they're in Pelham. And she's there working at school in Mount Vernon for the kids. And I'd have been there right now. Such a secure sisterhood. Such a, like we knew each other like warriors. Like we were warriors. Fighting game. Fighting ignorance. Fighting oppression. Please like, comment, share. Tell a friend, tell an uncle, tell an auntie, tell a cousin. kidneys. Down some. And we about ready to do our hands and fingers. I gotta empty this. I got one little tissue thing over here. But y'all see how I'm sweating? Whew. Let me tell you. Whew. Sister, I'm sweating. Buckets. But I refuse. I said I'm not going to take a shower before I work out and then one after I work out. That is too much to ask for me. I refuse. So, now here's my dilemma. Oh, sorry y'all. Here's my dilemma. I can either go upstairs and take a shower, or go upstairs and get ready and jump in the pool. The pool will keep me cool all day. I won't need so much air conditioning because my body will be cool. And right now, I'm hot to my bone marrow. My whole bone marrow is hot. I'm hot to my whole bone marrow. Child. My whole bone marrow is, whew. Any disease and stuff in that bone marrow is cooked out. It's done fried out. Y'all know I be telling my body for years. I know y'all say, Lord heal me, Jesus heal me. But I've been saying on the inside, because you can't say a lot of things on the outside. If you've been slapped in the mouth like me, so many times, you just learn how to talk on the inside. And I used to tell my, and I still tell my body, please heal us, heal us, heal us. Please, if I go to the doctor, we're finished. It's done. It's a wrap. It's no more. Tell me what to eat. Tell me what to eat. Tell me what to drink. Tell me how much to drink. And I'll drink it. And heal me. Even when I walk on this treadmill, I say, heal me, or I say, heal us, meaning all the organs and stuff. I say, heal us. You know, all the brain stuff. I say, heal us, heal us. And I've always been doing that. I just never could really understand how I'm looking at the people that look like that person that's supposed to heal me, but they hurt me. They didn't care if I starved, I had a place to sleep. They didn't care. So it was hard for me to say that they really would heal me. But I knew that I had such a love of me that I would heal me. And I've been doing it. Let's knock out this 10. Not up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good luck. Whew. Neither up nor down is control, right? Let's knock out this 10. Tuck in your elbow, squeeze your gut. Neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, way more. Way more, y'all. Whew.
Thank you for the company. I want it.
Yeah.
I want it.
Thanks for coming on the wall. Yeah.
Happy to be walking. Thank
auntie, tell cousin. Yes. Thanks for cheering me up.
Walking.
Hey.
Yes, indeed. I'm walking. Oh, yeah. Just for me. I'm walking.
Yes.
Thank you for the company. I'm walking. I'm walking. I'm walking. I'm walking. So happy
Yeah.
to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company.
As Johanna said, only hold on with one hand so you can work your core.
Yes, indeed. I'm walking. Oh, yeah. Just for me. I'm walking. Thank you for
And I'd be
the
like,
company. I'm walking. I'm walking. I'm walking. I'm walking. So happy to be walking.
and I tell that millennial, I tell that millennial, as soon as my core gets strong enough, I don't have to hold on. So you see, sometimes I walk, I let it go. I'm strengthening it. But let me do me. Oh, you know what? I wanted to see who sent me these beautiful memes. Oh, yes, Diane. Good morning. Thanks for coming on the walk. Diane has been waking up. She has been waking. Usually she said, Vicki, I had a slow start. But this is the second day that I retained knowing. But it's been a lot of mornings. You back in the game. In the heat is easy and better for us to wake up in the morning when it's still kind of cool. Because the sun ain't been out overnight. So that kind of cools it down. All right. Oh, here we go. I don't want y'all talking about me. The 4 or 5 of y'all watching. I don't want y'all talking about me. See? So that's where I'm coming from. Ooh. Ain't nobody paying me. But this is basically, I use my alkaline water thing. And I fill it up and I put a drop of lemon in it. Or a couple drops. Mm. Yes. Get this water in now. You ain't got to worry about it. I'm retired. I know some of y'all still out there doing that sled. I think my father worked, he was like 75. He died at 80 something. So it was only like maybe 7 years of his life he didn't work. I started working the minute them working papers came where they say you can work. I got a job. I said, how did you get it done? Because I volunteered for a year. I had plenty of freaking references. I wish I had better job offers, but that was South Carolina. And basically, we were hired by other African Americans, and I was hired by a hotel owner to work his front desk. And that's what I learned, the switchboard. And I couldn't get another job as a front desk, though I had the experience, because they didn't hire people with my skin color. Only African Americans who owned hotels hired African Americans as clerks. It didn't cross over the other way. White people was not going to come to that hotel and see your black and stand behind that desk, because they turn around and walk out during that time. And probably still now. And all along I would pray, let us start a family business. Let's just let us work for ourselves. But when I spoke that, like I said, even singing is our own business. Me and my sisters, we all have beautiful voices. The hate of me just was, I didn't realize it until I got older. My aunt had explained it to me. I was like, why they hate me? She said, well, let me tell you the story. I was like, oh, that's why. And then it took a while, but I kept letting my sisters do fuck shit to me. And then finally I was like, all right, you can't ignore that now. They really don't like you. Stay away from them people. And that's been what, 30 years ago? 35? What? Last time I saw them, I was in Mount Vernon. I think I had to shut down. No. I moved to Mount Vernon. So basically, maybe the last time I saw them, maybe 2000. So just 22 years. And if I never see them again before I leave this earth, it's gonna be too soon. That's the sisters that came out of my mother. Remember, my mother sent them away when I was born because she thought she was gonna marry my father. And then when she didn't marry my father, she went back and got my sisters and brought them back. And everybody was mad and the family never forget. And I was the reason why they got sent away. Not my mother's choices. I was the reason that they got sent away. So I was the reason for everything that went on in their life. So I came back from South Carolina. I'm so happy to see you. And they're like, oh yeah, we remember you. We kind of remember you if we remember our childhood. And I kept saying, you remember me, you remember me, you remember me, you remember me. And after maybe like, what, 7, 8 years? No, they didn't remember me. To my nieces and nephew, I'm they mama's good Judy. They had so many aunts. Aunt Felicia, Aunt Pat, Aunt Rosie. So many aunts they had. A lot of aunts. A lot of aunts. My nieces and nephew had. None blood. I was the only one blood related, but they didn't know that. They thought I was just like the other non-related. So they never called to say, hey, Aunt Vicki, how you doing? Never. In their whole born days. Never. I never picked up that phone and hear them on the other end just say, hey, Aunt Vicki, I taught them how to drive. I put them on stage. Made them feel good about themselves, confident. But I was just doing that because I was their mama's good Judy. So. When their mama went to rehab, I watched them to make sure they didn't have to go to the state. And you think they said, wow, she can stay with us? The state says that you got to be a blood kid to do that. If not, they'd be a foster kid. But they never put it together. In their minds, I was just their mother's real good friend that took, what, a month and a half, 2 months out of her life to come take care of them. Finishing up, y'all. So I can't remember why I started that conversation. But it got me through the water. So do we really care? Hey, thanks for coming on the walk. Thanks, Diane and Normie, for giving me encouragement. And thank all my YouTube subscribers, Facebook family and friends. You know, that water, you gotta melt. You gotta melt. Thanks for coming on the walk. See you tomorrow. Have a great day.